Hey, hey, why'd you look so broken, so broken? Why'd you seem to be everywhere, scattered in a million pieces? I've been looking for you. You have been so lost. Tragedies of life. Is there life without pain? Are there answers that come without questions? Could there ever be a puzzle without scattered pieces? Like most of the ones I knew, he was not new in the atmosphere of the unknown, the kind where none could have escaped without grief. He came from a town of ruins where nothing existed in completeness. His house was built with walls of fractures and his roof fell together in the ashes. But it wasn't always that way. Before he knew grief, he had tens of thousands of cities where he traveled in his imagination, far and near, above and beneath, recollecting all the laughters with unceasing tears. He learned to count the stars. My life has been so much like his, except that in one, I'm the living object, and in another, I am the one narrating a lifetime filled with questions that breathe fire. To care for someone is to declare to be vulnerable. This is merely to give them power to ruin you, and when it's possible to break you. But far deeper, to care is also to live. It's a way in which we receive the begotten grace to feel alive, and believe that we too can taste the softness of life and feel the tender hands of the parts to where we give ourselves. Nevertheless, I once again affirm with certainty that to care for someone is to be vulnerable, especially to the inevitable pain. For whomsoever we care about must one day die and be denied of us. More so with betrayal comes deeper grief. Whomsoever we choose to care about affectionately will hurt us one day, either through betrayal or through death. If the two never come to pass, the last is ourselves. We may be the ones to cause them pain, and because we care, the burden of the pain inflicted on them by us remains the source of our grief. So to care is to be vulnerable. Should we then not care? Certainly not. In the ruins of the chaos of care, there lies beauty in pain. And if all of our care is one day forgotten, may we find the courage to quietly dust our disintegrated parts, reassemble them, and throw ourselves recklessly in the arms of care as if we never were in pieces. If to care is to live, why then should we deny ourselves the chance to resurrect and live again? We can have infinite lives in one lifetime only if we found ourselves for every single time we got lost. I have my pieces scattered across like galaxies for every time I got lost. I never searched deep enough for the parts of me I needed for a new lifetime. I did not believe adequately that disintegrations can be miracles, that pieces can turn into streams of light. I did not see how invisible I became for every time I found my way back to life from the pit of misery. I had not realized all along how aggressively I lived for all the times I found reason in pain. And I wish I saw earlier that for every part of me that ever got broken, there grow pieces of art that breed beauty into the shadows of whomsoever I have become. I now wear apparels of disintegration without shame. The scattered pieces of me have lightened up in pain. They are like an infinite parade of stars recollecting in the end. And since then, I have realigned my regrets and found reason in the mistakes. So in the end, I forgave all that I could not become and searched to find everything I didn't realize. In the shambles of disintegration, I became a piece of art, a piece of art, a piece of art. Approved. Cavizel, Cavizel, Cavizel.